traders, hope all is well with you and yours. These are one of those moments where I just happen to do the perfect coffee. I wish I could do that. All my coffee snobs know what I mean when you just do that right coffee. What's going on? My name is Uncle Toast, aka El Tío Coño. I'm not a guru, I'm not a teacher. I just come here, we call this going over as Saturdays. I go over my trade and my trades and let you know what I've been up to, what's going on, the good and the bad. I start with 2 red trades and then 2 green trades. If you've traded these tickers, feel free to jump in the comments and let me know how you feel about it, what I missed, if I could have traded better, because I'm here to grow and I'm going to grow right in front of you. Today I want to talk about knowing where you are with your trading, right? I had a string of good trades, but it was after the markets got a little shaky. I felt like I couldn't gauge. So I was being extraordinary, like with the being selective of what I was, the shots that I was taking. And I found myself to be having better trades. But then when the market got a little hot and a bunch of things started flying, I found that I was over trading. I only have 5 months now, doing my own back testing and getting back with the long. I was a short bias trader, but now I consider myself a day walker because I'm a long bias trader for 2025, but I'm looking through a short seller's eyes. This one right here, this is the first red trade we're going to talk about, Litm. Litm, let me give you the numbers real quick. I like to give you guys the numbers in day just in case you want to go in and check it out for yourself. That was on the 4th. I went in at 92 cents at 6:41 a.m. and I got out at 84 cents at 6:45 a.m. I have this thing that I call like the legs of it, right? Like to me, this is the first leg of the pop when you see the volume coming in down here. And then I consider this the second leg. I basically shot on the third. On the third leg is when I tell myself have, maybe a quarter of the size that I was even thinking of. If I get in this first leg, then I'll be at a heavier size. But as you can see, the double top right here, it just slammed right down. I just got out of it. I didn't even think twice. I got out of it. I mean, I was in this thing for 4 minutes. From 6:41 to 6:45 a.m. I just got out right away. That slam, I'm like, this is the third leg. You're trying to catch, because I look for the breakout of that, the peak areas. And this was obviously the third. But when it had them higher lows, that's why I shot, because I saw these higher lows. As you see this pull right here, it held. I'm like, this thing is about to go bananas. The crazy thing is that after the open, it did dip and rip and caused a headache for a few. The next one is Zcar. Zcar was yesterday, as a matter of fact, on the 14th. And this one, the thing here was that I rushed into it. Because I've seen Zcar, in the past. It's like when I see BPTH, there's certain tickers that when I see them, it's like I shoot first and ask questions later. But I'm wrong in that aspect. And I'm going to watch myself not to do that. I want to look around and find the rhyme and reason of the spike. That's what we're supposed to do anyway as traders. But it's worked for me before, and I just felt like that is just bad habits. Because it's different if I would have found it around here where there's support, and you might have gotten 40 cents, or there's a pull here, you get whatever, 20 cents. But this is more like I saw Zcar, I know it from the past, and I felt like this was more of a chase situation. And the chase monster is like my nemesis. And sometimes he pops up in different ways. He comes through masked. That's how I feel. So I got out. I just respected where my support was. I usually have a risk area in white, and I didn't even get a chance to put that up. I just found the support areas. So I just got out right away. I'm glad I did. I got in at $2.40 at 5:16 a.m. and I got out at $2.03 at 6:16 a.m. I got out. One thing I am doing, because like I've told you guys before, I failed horribly as a long bias trader. So now, it's a little better now because I can ID the things that I was doing wrong. And one thing that Guru Yoda has taught us is the number one rule is cut losses quickly. You grow to learn to cut losses intelligently, but right now I'm playing basic ball, newbie moves, and I cut my losses where I see them support, and I'm glad I did, because look at all of this. It just turned into crap. Now let's go to my greens. Mgol. This was on the 10th. I got in at 58 cents at 4:09 a.m. and I got out at 69 cents at 7:12. These are the type of greens that upset me a bit because I'm not paying attention to the way I do my trades. Like right here, this is my first leg. As you can see, like I tell you, I look for the first leg. Right here, I consider this the second leg, and so on, right? I just look out for the breakouts in the chart is what I'm looking for. The earlier, the better. I love my entry. This was my wrist, the white line. It came near it, but it was like kissing it and then consolidating, kissing it, then it popped up. So I'm glad I stayed in. Now, when it pierced this resistance, as we know, resistance becomes support. I should have been already with my, ready to, to have an exit mentality. It popped up, pulled, came, broke into the support, but again, it popped back up, little double bottom right here, and we get a nice little pop. Now, this is my range line. My range line, the point of that red line is to tell me that way left to the chart, there is a lot of, a lot of resistance to the left of the chart. So it did pull and pop up and pierce, but once it came back down, and this top right here, this is where I had to get out. This is where I had to get out. So it's, sometimes we have green trades that we don't like. These are the ones that I don't like. Because when I see my range line, what I need to be doing is getting out. And if anything, looking for something that shows me I should get back in. So I ended up getting out here. And there's extras in the tables that I could have had. What was it? Let me see. Yeah. Like, though I got a little 10, 12 cents. I could have gotten more, because I ain't pay attention to the way I trade and the signs that I have in front of me. That's why your lines are there. That's why your system is set up for you to follow it. But we're not always going to be perfect. But those are the types that, get me real angry. And then there was Kdly. This was a beautiful trade. I got in first leg, as you see right here, at 4 a.m. It pulled back. I caught that breakout. I entered at 4:21 a.m. at $1.89, and I got out at 10:11 a.m. at $2.67. This was a great trade, and this thing kept going. It broke through this. It made it to the fives and created a new 52-week high of $5.25. This was Wednesday, and then on Friday, it did a number 5 that my boy Kelvin caught. I wasn't paying attention to it because it was slow cooking, but it was a nice number 5 yesterday on Friday. So this was a good one. Grabbed it. It, hit one of my support lines, but it was, high or low. And then it had this moment that kind of had me a little shook up. But as you can see, it's holding the first initial bottom from the 4 a.m. area. And it hasn't hit my wrist. So as long as it don't hit my wrist, it's fine. The reason why I felt, hindsight is 2020. The reason why I felt I should have, been more patient is because this is damn near a triple bottom right here. There's so much support here. So when it opened, dipped, and ripped, and then this white line represents the high of after hours, because I like to know what was the high of after hours. So when it pierced and dipped and ripped, pulled, because shorts, they think it's going to happen. These could be shorts trapped right here as well. So, being that it already had passed, I think the 255, if I'm not mistaken. I know it was in the twos. The former, was it? I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But I know the new 52-week high was created, and it already went through the past 52-week high before it made the new one of $5.25. So I feel I should have been more patient, at least to get to the, I don't know, just let it rock, throughout the whole day. But I'm not mad. It was a great gain. And I'm a person that once I see anything more than 50 cents, 75 to $1, I'm getting out. I don't like to be greedy. I'll get out. So as you can see, this hesitation right here at the 10 o'clock hour after all this volume, usually these short squeezes around 10, they slam back down. And I don't like to be greedy, like I said, so I took it. This was a great trade. Like I said, hindsight 2020, and we're always going to leave money on the table. We're always going to leave money on the table. Jack Kellogg just said that in a recent webinar. And those are my trades. And what I want to talk to you guys about or leave you with is know where you are in your trading, because I started over trading. I started taking a bunch of shots after being real selective and having a string of green trades because I was being selective, because the market required for me to be selective because it was shaky and I couldn't gauge. But then when the things got hot, I started shooting crazy. Zcar, to me, I should have never took. It should have never been taken. And that's a L that was unnecessary. This trade, I should have never took this trade. There was no need for me to take this trade. And I think to myself, if I didn't take it, maybe I would have recognized the number 5 that Kdly had on Friday that Kelvin traded. Maybe. Hindsight is 2020, but it did a great spike. It pierced through all my lines. My lines was already there. And it stopped at my range line of $4. Then it dropped back down on Friday. I could have traded that successfully with confidence because it's the Friday, the day that short squeezes usually happen, and it's a number 5 playing right in front of me that I know. And I'm used to, those shots. The number 5, I know it from the 7-step framework. So I just want to leave you guys with that. What I took from these trades and this last couple of weeks is to try to pay attention to where I'm at in my trading. Because sometimes you start flying and shooting out of all cylinders and you don't really need to. You got to just stay focused on your system and on your trades. I hope you guys having a good weekend. I hope you guys have been green. And if you traded any of these tickers, please jump in the comments. Let me know how you feel about it, what I could have done better. I'm here to grow. I'm going to grow right in front of you. Y'all have a good weekend. And we got a long weekend, actually. We get back to work on Tuesday. So you guys enjoy yourselves with what matters. Have a good one. This is Salini HQ. And this is going over a Saturday. So the next one. El tío, coño.